Oh my god. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hello, hello. How's it going? I struggled to get up. Oh. La da 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 da. What are we predicting? What are we predicting? MH Gaming, what are we predicting? Can you hear me okay? Do. I'm just sending out the link to everyone. It's 2 a.m. here. I had to set an alarm to get up in time. I'll probably go to bed straight after this. I just don't think the Twilight Princess and Wind Waker remasters are going to happen. I think they should, though. Although I'd love to see Twilight Princess remade with the Wii U graphics in the demo. Where was it? Twilight Princess Wii U demo. Yeah, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. John, how you doing, man? So this is my prediction. 3D Mario, Mario Kart 9, Metroid Prime 4, obviously. Some Fire Emblem game, maybe Splatoon 4. And then you'll see third parties like Red Dead Redemption 2, Call of Duty, Elden Ring, Cyberpunk. I'm quite surprised Nate doesn't think there'll be a 3D Mario. It's like, bruh. Of course there will be. Of course there will be. Sorry, everyone. I'm just posting these links to my social media channels. I predict another Todd Howard appearance. For Starfield, you reckon? Starfield on Switch. Basement Reviewer, this direct is the last chance for MP4 to get the attention of non-Metroid fans. 100%. 100%. Totally, man. These trailers have been seriously disjointed. Seriously. And like, if you're not a Metroid fan, you'd look at it and you'd be like, why do I care? You know? I will say that Retro are holding back 100% for sure. They've got some things they're still keeping close to their chest. Skyrim port. MH Gaming. Yes. Switch 2. I agree. That could be a good thing to launch with. I'm just reaching out to the Retro Studios guys to see if they will make an appearance. Maybe they will, maybe they will not. Oh yeah, the playtest. Yes. Yep. I forgot about that playtest. Retro never disappoints. Yep, they never disappoint. They might take a long time to release a game, but when they do, it's solid. Yeah, Nintendo's marketing, man, honestly. Like, I want to, at some point, I want to try and get Reggie on the show. I've been holding off reaching out to him again to see if I can make it happen. Primarily because I'm like, you know what, I'll wait till after Switch 2's out for a bit, and then I'll reach out to him. See if he says yes this time. He said no last time. Because my show wasn't big enough. Which is fair enough. He had a book to promote, and so his time and his bandwidth were spread thin. So I totally get it. But yeah, if I got him on the show, there's a whole bunch of stuff I'd like to ask him that he's never been asked before. And about the marketing would definitely be one, because some aspects of marketing, man, I'm just like, what the heck? Seriously? Yeah, hopefully he says yes. It all depends on his schedule, I think. Basically, so when I reached out to him last time, I think I had about 4,000 subscribers, and this was around about the time his book was coming out, Disrupting the Game. So obviously he was heavily promoting that, and because he had limited bandwidth in terms of the appearances he could do, because obviously he still works. It's not like a Sean Layden situation where he's retired. So he had to be quite choosy, I guess, in terms of where he allocated his time. So he was on Kind of Funny. He was on a few other places. I remember Andre told me that he tried to get him on Game Explain, and he got declined. And this is a dude with like 1 million subscribers. So, yeah. So I'd like to try again. But we'll see how it goes when the time comes. I know He's heavily requested from people. So, predictions, everyone. What are you predicting? What's in this direct? What's going to happen? I want to hear the most outrageous predictions. What on earth? What's going on here? Mother 3 remake. You know what? It is feasible. 100% feasible. Oh my god, I'd kill for an Ocarina of Time remake. Could you imagine how good it would be? You could actually effectively just up-res the 3DS version and call it a day. And I'd be happy with that. Eternal Darkness remake. Yeah, that would be great. 100%. That game honestly needs a remake. There are rumors, Nate seems to think that there's Nintendo Switch Online for GameCube. If it is, I would imagine Eternal Darkness is in there. Which reminds me, I need to reach out to Dennis again at some point. Quirkiness in the remodeling. Yeah, so what I'm saying is they fix up some of the models, some of the textures in the 3DS version. That would probably be a hell of a lot easier than remaking the game from scratch. Because that would take some serious resources to remake Ocarina of Time as a modern game. They could effectively use another studio, aka someone like Grezzo, as a way to test them before they move them on to an actual game development process. Because that's what effectively happened with Grezzo before they did, what was it? Echoes of Wisdom. Yep. I'll be very, very surprised if Metroid Prime 4 is not in this direct. I will be like, what is wrong with you, Nintendo? You're sending out this game to die. You know what I also want to know is why Nintendo chose to have this direct this early. Oh, man. What time is it where you guys are? Oh, man. I'm tempted to have a coffee. But if I have a coffee, then after this, I probably won't be able to go back to sleep. So. Yep. MH Gaming, 100%. 100%. That's why they didn't really reveal the release date. It'll be in this direct launch title. That, along with Mario Kart, is my prediction. 7 a.m. here in Mexico. It's actually still pretty early. 9 a.m. Oh yeah, 9 a.m. is not too bad. I think it's so it's what's the time now? 1:40 a.m. here. In my friends over in Australia, it'll probably be close to midnight, if not midnight. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask here. 8 p.m., 3 p.m. Europe has got the best time zone for this, 100%. So whenever I do an interview with somebody who lives in Europe, it's almost an exact 12-hour time difference. So it's always interesting trying to prepare the interview. So if I'm speaking with someone from the UK and they want to do it at 10 a.m. in the morning, that means I have to do it at 10 p.m. my time, because it's exactly 12-hour time difference. Here he is, Zoid, the man himself, the legend. Say hi to Zoid, everyone. He was a senior engineer on Prime 1 and Prime 2. And commend him because it's like 6 a.m. in Canada. Thanks, Banana. Yeah, I hope everything works out as well. Right, okay. Well, I've sent the link to everyone. You know what I'll commend Nintendo for? Is the fact that there's been no leaks on software at all. That's the crazy thing. Like, you think about how many leaks happen with Ubisoft all the time. Yep. Well, everyone knows how litigious Nintendo is. You wouldn't want to leak anything regarding them, especially as a dev. It would be over. Yes, with ninjas. Yes, the Nintendo ninjas. I could tell you some stories. I could tell you some stories, people, but I'm not going to. But I've heard some wild stories about some of the Nintendo ninjas and what they've done to some devs. How much time we got? 15 minutes. Okay. What is this on? Make it 1080. There we go. Hey Zoid, what do you want to see in Prime 4? Alright. Yeah. I think it is 4K. Larger areas, we were limited in 1 and 2. Also more enemies on screen. Do you think there will be speed booster? I think that the speed booster will appear. I saw that bridge that's in the jungle area, and I thought, ooh, that's a good setup for the speed booster. Okay, so this is where's my where is it? Okay, bingo card. Bingo. So 3D Mario. I don't even know if you guys can see this. I'm going to make it larger. There we go. 3D Mario. Mario Kart 9. With guest characters. So Samus, Kirby, etc. And I think it'll be called Mario Kart All-Stars. That's what I think it's going to be called. A Fire Emblem game. Yeah, I reckon with Speed Booster, you'd have to pull back into third person. I think that's the only way you could make it work without potentially running into the problem of causing motion sickness for people. Mark H's camera is pretty versatile. Would more enemies in Metroid be any good? Depends. It's not a shooter, but I think better combat would go a long way. You think about Metroid Dread and how everybody praises the combat in the game, despite it being an exploration game. So, yeah. I mean, I don't think you need to go like Doom Eternal style, because I don't think that would work for Metroid. What else we got? Okay, Metroid Prime 4. Yeah. So Metroid Prime 4 will be to show off the new Switch 2 enhanced features. That's what I'm thinking. Features. What else? I think Splatoon 4 will be there. Third party. COD. Elden Ring. Cyberpunk. Red Dead Redemption 2. There's also going to be some weird party game thing. These are my predictions. I don't actually think Zelda will appear. What Mac are you on? I am on an older Mac. I actually need to upgrade mine. It's like one of the older Intel models, not the M1. I need to upgrade though. I did have PC, but I had a PC and a Mac, and I'm like, this is stupid. Why do I have a PC and a Mac? So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sell my PC, and I'll just use my Mac, because I use my Mac anyway for all my editing. And I need to buy myself a Steam Deck. But then I was like, I'll hold off because of Switch 2, and then I'll make my decision. One, two, Switch 2. Or it'll be called 3-4 Switch. That's what I'm thinking. A Mac Mini. Yeah. I wanna get a Mac Mini. I love Macs. Return of the Mac. Treadmill. Nice. My wife gets up every morning at the same time and does the whole treadmill run. That's why I'm talking quieter than usual, because if I wake her up, it'll be over for me. She does not like being disturbed in her sleep. Bring back SimCity from SNES. What are we thinking about GameCube games? Nintendo Switch Online GameCube games. Do we think that's a thing? Do we think it is not? You know what I'd actually like in Splatoon? Is split screen, right? So some of you know, some of you don't know that my wife and I actually look after a lot of Japanese students. So there'll be a classroom of Japanese students that come to New Zealand for like a couple of weeks or a month or something, and then they stay with all these individual host families, one of which is us. So we'll be looking after up to 2 to 4 Japanese students, and they always love video games. They've got a weird infatuation with Mario Kart and Smash Brothers particularly, especially boys. But it would be a cool game to play with them if I could do split screen Splatoon with the Japanese kids when they're here, rather than just playing online again. Yeah, I don't actually expect Nintendo to discuss the hardware. That's not really their thing. And it seems like it's largely leaked anyway. All right. Almost game time, people. Yeah, I don't think we'll see GameCube games either. Though it would be a cool thing. Of course you're nerding out. That's your thing, man. I tried to get Jack to come to Zoid, but unfortunately he had some errands to run. Time Splitters. Yeah, Time Splitters. That's actually a good one. Oh, I'd love for Halo to be on this thing. Could you imagine if Master Chief is in Smash? I think that's one of the few places they can go in terms of Smash Brothers. I mean, how many big characters do they have left? Seriously. And Microsoft and Nintendo are pretty buddy these days. Du-du-du. 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 Nintendogs. Oi. 5 minutes, baby. A playable Haloid fight. Yeah. That would be a good trailer, actually, to introduce Master Chief into Smash. Samus and Master Chief squaring off. I actually really want to see Doom Guy in Smash too. It would be epic. So nothing, just now that I think about it, nothing. I'm just going to check the Reddit gaming leaks and rumors. I don't think anything to do with this direct, besides from the hardware specs, nothing has leaked. Just looking. Nope. No leaks. That's impressive. Yeah, and I imagine the leaks only happen with the hardware because of manufacturing. Nothing internal. Do-do-do. They'd have to they would have to tone down Doom Guy for him to be in Smash, yes. But I mean they already toned down Bayonetta, so it is possible. There are ways to make it work. I'd actually really like Scorpion and Sub-Zero in the game as well, but I don't think that's going to happen because Mortal Kombat's banned in Japan. So, if you guys haven't noticed, I'm wearing purple to honor Metroid Prime 4 because purple seems to be the color of that game. Blue was the color of Prime 3. I suppose purple, in a way, is kind of the color of Prime 2 as well, with the Dark World. And then red, I guess, for Prime 1. But yeah, I'm wearing my purple... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this is actually happening. Hi. This is the Switch 2 Direct. Please enjoy. I can't... Yeah, I would love Smash, but I don't think they're going to launch Smash and Mario Kart in the same year. Here we go. Blocks. Look, it's 3-4 Switch. Can everyone hear the audio okay? Mario Kart.
Let's go.
A bit low. Okay. I'm loving this music, man. This is sick. They always go ham on the music with Mario Kart, man. This looks sick. Oh, they got planes. Mario Kart World. I was close. I was close. All Stars. I knew they wouldn't use a number.
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
I don't even think I've ever seen these
What
three
you
before.
just saw was Mario Kart World, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2.
Exclusive.
Now,
There you go.
what do you think this
All you
brand new
naysayers.
Mario Kart game will be like?
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome
Holy
to this
hell.
vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe.
Oh my god. This looks massive.
Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change. And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world. In the classic Grand Prix,
This already
race
looks
through
like it's
4
in a different
courses
league
in a
to
bid
Mario
for
Kart
first
8.
place. But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition. With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up.
This looks fire, man.
Introducing Knockout
Honestly.
Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another. There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
This thing's gonna sell gangbusters already.
Can you
I can
make
already
it all
tell.
the way to the finish line?
Free
You can also
roam.
freely drive around this vast world in free roam.
Damn, I'm loving the music.
By going off-road, you can explore new areas and routes. So drive wherever your heart takes you. You can also go for scenic drives with friends, and even take photos together at different locations. A brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World! The game launches on the same day as Nintendo
Is there a track
Switch
based on
2.
New Zealand?
More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct. So
April
be on the lookout
17th.
for more information in the future.
Interesting.
Mario Kart World launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2. These are the Joy-Con 2
Joy-Cons.
controllers for Switch 2. And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've
No
added
drift
a
this
new
time,
C button.
please.
Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
C.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. Woo!
That was me.
That was you?
I think.
So quick. Oh, no. Wait, no.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
No, I'm about to get
Come on, no.
Oh.
What's going on?
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hi,
Voice chat,
Miss-
finally.
With this feature, you'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
Should we follow you? Yeah?
Yeah, follow me.
Okay.
Us for an adventure.
While using the Game Chat feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right? All right, let's keep going. Okay. So,
It can pick up your speaking voice clearly, even from a distance.
How come I'm getting
Jump on here.
lag?
All right, let's keep going. It's coming. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a boat? Okay, nice.
It does look beautiful. It's all pink.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
Good job, good job. There we go, there we go.
you can also share your game screen.
Did you see
This
him
was
just,
well
like, go on
overdue.
top of that dinosaur?
Voice chat.
do that?
Can do it? You guys, I just did it.
Oh, I want to do it too.
Oh, shoot. Oh, ooh. Oh, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Oh, no.
Yay.
Okay. You can chat to your heart's content, even while playing different games.
Yeah, I know that one. It's so hard, right? It's tough.
Oh, wow. I'm like in the sky right here. I'm like, I fell. I'm falling. Okay, we got it. We're safe.
Kirby, look, you're on a star. That's so cute.
So cute.
You can adjust the size of your game screen,
Guys, I'm lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
or expand another friend's game screen.
You gotta get above that wall that's to your left.
You're almost there, though.
It's just like the wall. Like if she gets past the wall.
this is where I have to do a little wall ride.
Okay.
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. Wait.
Okay, so
Okay, I think we have to try.
people are totally going to abuse this.
Let's take a picture here.
Okay, are you ready?
Smile.
Yay.
Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Meeks.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button. With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Oh, dang.
Really
Did you guys just see Zelda?
Actually, guys,
I just
got a
saw
call
Zelda.
coming right now, so I'll be right back. Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more. And there's this.
Switch to camera.
By connecting this camera to the system,
Hey!
Hey, what's up? Hello. Yo, Nick.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Good?
you can appear on screen and video chat while playing a game.
Surely you don't have to use friend codes.
Yesterday.
Nintendo must have worked something out. Surely.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
I'm way behind,
There
guys.
you go. I bet you like
Can you wait for me?
This is Buzzy.
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
That was good.
Hey.
No,
Yeah, that
wait.
looks
Go
good.
left,
That looks
go
good.
left.
And
Left,
Oh, wait,
left.
maybe
let you
let's
fix
go a
it.
little more this way.
using Game Chat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together or compete in online multiplayer games. Chat while playing your personal favorites. Decide your own rules for a retro game competition. Or hold a sports competition between families.
Nintendo Switch Sports 3.
All together, anytime, anywhere. Game Chat.
What did you think? In developing Game Chat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others more closely, including family and friends. Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place.
Are you guys getting any lag?
The camera you saw in the trailer
Is everything
the
in sync?
Nintendo Switch 2 camera, which will be available on the same day as Switch 2.
Switch 2 camera. I might get
A
one.
Nintendo Switch Online membership will be required to use Game Chat.
Of course it is.
However, since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time. We hope you'll try it out.
Interested.
Additionally, Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and
Gotta
different
have those
settings
parental
can be
controls,
adjusted.
man.
For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
We'd like to introduce another new experience you can share with family and friends. On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game, with Game Share. As shown here,
Sick.
even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With Game Share, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other
That's
systems
cool.
at a time. Game Share also supports online
That'll be good
play
for
with
families
other Switch 2
with multiple
systems.
Switches.
And you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. Game Share can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch. Game Share support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Interesting.
Up next, we'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
Please take a look.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same. With
They're actually
approximately
talking about
double
the hardware a
pixels
little
compared to
bit.
Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
$120 frames per second.
The screen supports up to
Damn.
120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles. The LCD screen is more vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and dark areas of the images.
Sick.
The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back. The SL and SR buttons are bigger for greater comfort and control when playing with a Joy-Con 2 held horizontally. The left and right sticks are now larger. Each Joy-Con 2
Here we
controller
go, the mouse
can
controls.
be used as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls. By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes. It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via Game Chat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly.
Nice.
Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
Whoa. 3D sound.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand. You can move it freely, like this. In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system, there's one on top as well. It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode.
Interesting.
Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage.
Good, that was
8 times
well
that
overdue.
of Nintendo Switch for storing your game downloads, save data, and more.
One Call of Duty game and it'll be all gone.
Reading and writing data is also faster. Use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games. HDR is also supported in TV mode.
That's cool.
The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool. This helps keep performance stable.
I'm actually surprised they're talking about the hardware as much as they are. Maybe because of the Wii U fiasco, they're just like,
On
we
Nintendo
need to get
Switch
ahead
2,
of this thing.
You can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
Pretty good.
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay features. And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto!
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself.
What?
This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. I'm standing over here. Okay, everyone, join me inside the game. There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them. This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?" The Joy-Con 2 controllers attach to the system with magnets. And those magnets are inside the system. The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal.
So this is like a help
So
tool?
that's how they attach to the system. A magnetic circuit is formed between them so they won't easily detach. Through examining signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this. You can adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2.
Speed
By
golf.
combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes, things like this are possible. There are secrets to
Yeah,
discover.
it's basically a
even as
user
you're
manual.
playing mini-games
That's
and
exactly
tech
what it
demos.
is. Interactive user manual.
Some of the secrets range from the unique features of the system
That's actually pretty cool.
to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out. There are plenty. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. So please check it out if you're interested.
It's a game.
Now,
You have to pay for
I'd like to share some more information regarding Nintendo Switch 2. This is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles. It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red and it has much faster data reading speeds. Next up is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards. They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed
you have to buy the
data
manual
transfers
Zoid.
possible. Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch
Game
will
of the
not
year.
be compatible.
For sure. Yep.
Additionally,
Grand Theft Auto 6
to
has got
transfer
nothing
data
on
from
the
Switch to Switch 2,
interactive
you
user
can log
manual.
into your Nintendo account to use the system transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more. We're also releasing a new Pro controller. It has a C button, which launches Game Chat, and on the back, there are new GL and GR buttons, which you can use to assign existing button controls.
Huh, okay.
In addition, an audio jack has been added. We've
Sick.
introduced a few new features, and after today's
Does
presentation,
I'm sure the
official Nintendo
first
Switch
Pro
2
controller
website
will still
will
work.
go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date. Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. We're very much looking forward to the day
June
when you
5th?
all get to experience it, so please
Wow,
wait
that's
just a
actually
bit longer.
pretty soon. I thought it would be late June.
Now,
Wow,
broadly speaking,
that's not far away.
on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games.
What?
The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games. These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2. The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch.
What's game
Nintendo
type
Switch
3?
2 edition games are the third type.
Are the
Some
enhanced
games that were
games?
released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Please take a look.
No. I want to see the Switch 2 version of Metroid Prime 4. Please.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2. The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls, audio recognition, more expressive rumble, and gameplay that uses a camera accessory, all of which can be accessed on Switch 2. Let's check out 3 new and updated modes.
I'm very surprised they're using
First up
Mario
is
Party to
Mario
show off
Party mode.
Switch 2
With a single
enhanced
camera,
features.
up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online. Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage 2, hit blocks to collect the most coins, guide an RC car with your voice, go,
Yeah. Yep.
and compete
Game
in
chat
other
showcase.
mini-games using full body movement and sound. Finally, take a ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster. With the safety bar lowered and secured, you're off. Use mouse controls to shoot down
I actually
enemies
haven't
while you
played
feel
a
the
Mario
bumps and
Party
rumbles
game
of the
since
coaster.
8, whenever that was. Or was it
When
7?
you enter a pipe, a
I
minigame
can't
will
remember.
begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm, and one where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects. Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive minigames. How quickly can you reach the station? From minigames that use a camera, the built-in microphone, mouse controls, and rumble, the biggest party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th.
Month after
Nintendo
launch.
Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Please look forward to a new Mario Party experience, where you can see each other's reactions while playing. Let's continue presenting
Well, the games
some
is
more
what
Nintendo Switch
is really
2
going to make
edition
people
games.
upgrade or not. Oh, okay. Interested in this.
Nintendo Switch 2 editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates,
There you go.
and also support HDR, which makes the image more vibrant,
Wow.
so you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics.
Sick. That was well overdue.
Plus, you can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes. This new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles. For example, it
What?
can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Guidance activating. Proceed north.
Look how crisp. Yeah, it looks so much crisper.
You can share your creations using
And I guess
QR
it'll be
codes
60
and
frames?
send them to another player to create in their game. We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable. In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional story.
Come on, Metroid Prime
exclusive
4.
to the
Metroid Prime
Nintendo
4. Switch 2 edition.
along
Come
with
on.
improved graphics and frame rates. This story takes place in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some mysterious changes. We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2
Of
edition.
course. Yes. I knew it.
In addition to standard controls, you can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2.
Oh yeah.
Plus, you can explore the immersive world in 4K at 60 frames per second, or enjoy smoother action
Holy
in full
hell.
HD at 120 frames per second.
That is sick.
Choose from these two modes, both of which support HDR, based on your preference and
Oh my
playstyle.
gosh, the transition from Morph Ball.
Plus, Pokemon Legends ZA, which
I
is
love it how they
scheduled
just
to
casually
launch
dropped
later
that.
this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well.
Surely they're going to
By
do a
taking
trailer at the end of
advantage
this.
the power of Switch 2, you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio
Well,
City
I know
with
where I'm
enhanced
playing Metroid
resolution
Prime 4.
and frame rates.
I think being able
The
to
Nintendo
select
Switch 2
between
edition
4K
games you
and
just saw will be available as both
frame rate.
physical and digital versions. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Agreed, Ostrich.
We hope you're
Yep.
looking forward to these Nintendo Switch 2 edition games.
Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers. Please take a look.
Maybe they're showing the Metroid stuff at a later time. So this is like wheelchair basketball. So they saw Rocket League and you're like, you know what? Car football? Let's do car wheelchair basketball. Wheels. Imagine if that's the title. Wheels. This actually looks pretty sick, I must say. I can probably play this with my students.
In Drag and Drive, you'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off various moves. We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls.
Wheels. Wheels will come out soon.
Next, here are some games from our publishing and development partners coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Yes, third party. Here we go.
I have long observed
Elden
the
Ring.
lands between. This world is in dire need
Santa
of
Tiny.
repair.
Of course.
You can see them, can't you? The rays of grace that guide you through your burden.
It was obvious this game was going to be on Switch 2.
I have no doubt you will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
And they don't have a release date? Tarnished Edition.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games, here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Great.
Our first ever sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish the sinister Titan of Time. You'll battle beyond the underworld to the ends of the earth, getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your every setback and victory.
Imagine if GTA
It's the
6
kind
dropped
of
on
game
here.
You can quickly pick up and
Be like,
play
hi,
whether
this
you're
is Rockstar.
experienced with the original or not. But
We're
for
letting you
more
know
about
that GTA
Hades
6
2,
will be
later
available
this
on
year.
Switch 2.
皆さんこんにちは。カプコンの中山です。我々がお届けするタイトルは
Yeah!
ストリートファイター
Street Fighter
6です。
Nice!
本体を持ち寄っての対戦はもちろん、任天堂スイッチ2だけの新モードもあります。ソフトは通常版の他に総勢26キャラクターを収録したイヤーズ1、2ファイターズエディションの2バージョンをさらにゲ
Yeah,
ーム
probably
と連動するアミーボとアミーボカードも一緒にスイッチ2の発売日にお届けします。お楽しみに。
Initiating Arsenal boot sequence. Weapon safety mechanism confirmed. All operating at normal levels. Testing data link with spine. Normal. Commencing launch.
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally be liberated from
What's this?
humans.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
Rebels!
This looks like Xenoblade Chronicles X.
This planet will be ours.
The sovereign axiom, the Trinitas, has almost completed a weapon that was created to destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart! All children bring hope to our lives, don't they?
Don't they?
Hey, this is Joseph Forrest from Hazelight. I'm super excited for Split Fiction to come to Nintendo Switch 2. The game is a story about friendship. You play as Mio, who writes sci-fi, and Zoe, who writes fantasy. Together, they get trapped in their own stories, and it's up to you and a friend to help them break free. Now, let me tell you this, if you like It Takes Two, you're gonna love this one, trust me. And of course, you'll be able to play Split Fiction on the day Switch 2 launches.
This game is a game perfectly catered to
At
Switch
EA Sports,
2.
We're bringing fans
Oh,
together
EA,
across the
you know,
world,
Nintendo's
both on
favorite
the pitch
partner.
and on the gridiron. We're excited to announce that EA Sports FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Madden NFL
And Madden.
will also be arriving on the Nintendo platform. EA Sports, it's in the game.
Challenge everything.
Hi, I'm Alan Tu from Avalanche Software. We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy to Nintendo Switch 2. With enhanced graphics and seamless world transitions, you'll be immersed in the Wizarding world like never before. And the new mouse
Yeah,
controls
this
on
looks
Switch
so
2
much better.
give you even more ways to experience the adventure. Discover the enhanced magic when Hogwarts Legacy launches on the same day as Switch 2.
Captain, is that mic supposed to be on? Son of a...
Tony Hawk. Sick. Okay.
Hello, this is Christian Elverdam from IO Interactive. We are bringing our flagship title, Hitman World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2. As the best assassin in the trade, Agent 47 does everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission
I suppose Ubisoft will come to this as well. There'll probably be an Assassin's Creed game, I'm guessing.
Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as Switch 2. Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
What? 007.
James Bond.
Sick. I'm actually a
The
huge
world's
James
favorite
Bond.
Spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
Mean. That's awesome.
The story of light and shadow that never fades is reborn. Bravely Default returns, remastered in high definition. Featuring the Brave and Default.
Yeah, I guess they did
help
get the
you
Bond
control
license.
The flow of turn-based battles. Change and customize jobs to build out your very own party. Enjoy your adventure with upgraded features and advancements. And all new minigames with unique ways to play. Square Enix presents the
We've still
classic
got actually quite a bit of time left on
Bravely
this
Default
on this
Flying Fairy
direct.
HD Remaster. Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light.
They must
once
have Final
more.
Fantasy VII, surely.
セガ龍が如くスタジオ代表の横山です。
Guess not. Yakuza.
我々がお送りするタイトルは龍が如くゼロ誓いの場所ディレクターズカットです。1988年東京と大阪2つの歓楽街を舞台に土地を巡る争奪戦が勃発。
So, I reckon with this direct, they're either going to end on 3D Mario or Metroid Prime
発売
4.
日は Nintendo Switch 2の
That's what I'm
発売と
thinking.
同じ日です。今後のシリーズ展開にもぜひご期待ください。
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners, but for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
Of course. Tecmo. Hyrule
When the
Warriors.
Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface, their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible evil arose.
So this is the Zelda game that's being released this year.
A war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
Wait. What?
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
Yep. Hyrule Warriors. So this is the Zelda game for this year. No remake. No HD ports. Age of Imprisonment. coming this winter, which is summer, my time.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games with support from Nintendo. We hope you're looking forward to the untold story of the Imprisoning War, which took place in Hyrule long ago.
And now, some news about Nintendo Switch Online. You can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2. And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2. Please take a look at this.
Oh shit, it's legit.
Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack will be getting a new classic game library exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
Wow,
Nintendo
they actually
GameCube,
are doing it.
Originally released in 2001.
So
Here
this
are
is
the
how we're
titles
getting
that
Prime
will be
2.
available at launch. A Legend of Zelda game that looks like a cartoon come to life through cell shading. Controlling the wind using a mysterious baton, Link sets sail on an adventure across the Great Sea. The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Transcending history and the world, a tale of souls and swords eternally retold. In this 3D, weapons-based fighting game, each fighter comes equipped with a different weapon, and Link from the Legend of Zelda series enters the fray. Soul Calibur 2. Experience a world of white-knuckle racing at speeds
Wow,
over 2,000
I can't believe they're
kilometers
actually
per
doing
hour.
this.
30 machines will put it all on the line in death-defying
I'm
races.
actually surprised they're doing this.
Featuring the series
I would
first,
think you'd make
machine
more money just
customization and story
doing an
mode.
HD version
Get
of a lot of
ready to
these games.
experience F-Zero GX. In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together.
Oh, you'll be
locally
able to play Metroid
or
Prime
online.
2 online. Multiplayer.
Enjoy these classic games with clearer image quality and higher resolution than the original releases. You can also check the controls for each title and customize them to your liking. More titles will be added in the future.
Maybe they're
Nintendo
gonna do
GameCube, Nintendo
Wii.
Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack launches the same day as the hardware's release.
That's
And
buzzy.
a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller will
I
also
wonder
be
if
released.
Melee will be on
It
here.
can connect
Smash
wirelessly
Bros.
and also
Melee.
has a C button to quickly access Game Chat. The Nintendo GameCube controller, exclusively available for Nintendo Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
That's trippy.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before,
So,
we hope
Wind
you're
Waker
looking forward to
HD,
Nintendo
Twilight
GameCube,
Princess HD,
Nintendo Classics.
not happening.
Of course, you can continue to play select games from the systems shown here on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see some more games from our publishing and development partners.
We're focusing a lot on third party. Man, I'm still buzzing out over the GameCube thing. That says to me that they're probably going to do a Wii as well as GameCube, because the Wii is pretty much a GameCube. And maybe they'll add gyro and motion control stuff via the Joy-Cons, I guess. So,
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox. Borderlands 4,
Wow,
our upcoming
Borderlands
flagship
4.
Borderlands game, will launch on Nintendo Switch 2. Borderlands is back.
Buzzy.
Loot and shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons. We're still in development.
I
and
love
it's already
Borderlands
the
art
most
style, man.
ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made. Borderlands
So
4
timeless.
will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's more from 2K on the way.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Sid Meier's Civilization 7.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In
Especially
Civ
with
7,
the
you'll
mouse.
establish an empire and guide your people throughout
Mouse
the
controls.
ages of history. With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience. Civ 7 launches on the same day as Switch 2. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade. And we have even more news from 2K.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinks.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
WWE.
Plus NBA 2K as well.
We can't wait to see you in the ring.
And on the
Yeah,
court.
but what about GTA 6?
4 kids find this old tattered map. Off they went armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation. Boom! Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees.
Brian, who designed the art for Borderlands, designed the original flag, the three-wave capture the flag, and Quake. Sick! I didn't know that.
Tastes amazing, doesn't it?
What's going on?
Really have started to master this.
Yeah. Play. You shilly thing.
Ha! Nicely
Oh, is it
done.
freeze?
Well, I think that's everything. Let's set
Hang on. I have to
This
reload
time,
this.
for home.
Let's reload this. Wonder why it froze. Come on. Please.
It's
Play.
named for the Gungeon's Depths in our roguelike shooter sequel. Now reloaded in a new 3D art style.
What is going
You
on?
can expect some fan favorite
Oh my
elements to
God.
return. We're still working on the game, and we're excited to share more with you in the future.
Oh, it broke. Okay, so it's not just me. Stream froze. Oh, okay, sweet. So it's not me. There we go. I thought it was me. Everything's all messed
my
up.
name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring the immersive world of the dark future to Nintendo players for the first time. Cyberpunk 2077 is an open-world action-adventure RPG
Oh my god,
set in
everything's not matching up.
Thanks to Nintendo Switch 2, you can transport yourself to the city of dreams at home
Fail.
or on the go. Get ready to meet unforgettable
Okay, I'll
characters
switch
and
to-
discover engaging stories when Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition comes to Nintendo Switch 2 on launch day.
Okay, where's the Australian one? Or I'll use the UK one.
本作は
There we
ミ
go.
ッドガル脱出までを描いた3部作シリーズの1作目となり
Okay, so
20年以上
Cyberpunk
の時を
and
経て
Final Fantasy
再創
VII.
作された新しい FF7 を体験いただきます。スイッチ2で展開する FF7 リメイクシリーズにぜひご期待ください。
Wait, Silk Song? My boy Team Cherry? Oh, for sure they'll be having a meltdown at Nintendo. Like, no! We prepared for everything except this. Star Wars. Yeah, I think it's the American stream. I should just stream the UK version or the Australian version. I guess the American one was just being overloaded, maybe? Yeah, Nintendo will be having a meltdown for sure. 100%. Silk Song is massive. It's quite a bit of third party. And now GTA 6. That won't happen. Where's Call of Duty, man?
ここまでたくさんのタイトルをご紹介してきましたが、次がソフトメーカーさんの最後のタイトルになります。ご覧ください。
What is it? What is it? Resident Evil 6? I mean, not 6, 7?
I give you.
I mean, not 7, 9. Oh my god, getting my numbers
blood.
wrong.
I give you my life. Turn, O wheel, and transport him.
This is not Resident Evil.
To a night of moonlight. To humanity's very dusk.
What the heck is this? Castlevania. You could be right. I'm loving this music, man. What is this?
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
Will flow for one, and one alone.
The Dusk Bloods. Interesting. Yeah, totally. 2026. Oh, okay. So it's ages away. Only an exclusive.
ご覧い
Wow.
ただいたのは、From ソフトウェアさんが手掛ける完全新作タイトルです。
Wow.
どのよう
And
な
it's
ゲー
an
ムなのか
exclusive.
については、ディレクターの宮崎さんが語るクリエイターズボイスを公開しますので、ぜひご覧ください。
Jeez, didn't see that coming.
ソフトメーカーさんのタイトルの紹介は以上です。 ご出演いただいた開発者の皆様、また今回の発表に映像をご用意いただいたソフトメーカーの皆様、本当にありがとうございます。ご覧いただいた以外にも任天堂スイッチ2に向けて多くのゲーム開発を進めていただいています。今後もたくさんのタイトルをご紹介していきますのでお楽しみに。続いてはこちらの映像をご覧ください。
Mario. Kirby. Is it Kirby? Yeah, it's Kirby. Wait, they're ending on Kirby? Or Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers. No, I think it's Kirby. What the heck's this? Kirby Air Ride. Okay. No. No Smash. Yeah, that makes sense, Zoid. Ah, Sakurai. Right. Interesting. No Smash.
任天堂ゲームキューブのカービィのエアライド以来、22年ぶりに完全新作が登場します。桜井さんが手掛けるカービィのエアライダーにぜひご期
I
待
would
くだ
think
さい。
that this would kind of compete a little bit with Mario Kart.
次が最後の映
Next
像
is
とな
our
りま
last
す。
trailer. Okay, so this is
ご
the
覧くだ
last
さい。
trailer. Must be Mario. It's not going to be Prime 4, I don't think. Yeah, Mario. Of course. Got to end with your top dog. We still don't know when Prime 4 is launching. That's crazy. My man, Donkey Kong. Ah. You know what? I am not a fan of this Donkey Kong look. I prefer the rare style. Donkey Kong. Yeah, it's made by the Mario team, you can tell. I'm surprised they opted to do a Donkey Kong game than a Mario game. Donkey Kong Bonanza. It actually doesn't look that great, to be honest. Doesn't really
ご
do
覧い
much
ただ
for
いた
me.
のはドンキーコングの新しい 3D アクションゲームドンキーコングバナンザです。唯一無二のパワーで 敵も壁も地面も全てを破壊しながら巨大な地下世界を突き進みます。詳細は改めてお伝えしますのでお楽しみに。
ここまでご覧いただきありがとうございます。
改めてになりますが、Nintendo Switch 2の発売日は6月5日です。
June 5th.
最後に発売する本体のご紹介です。
Good timing.
Nintendo Switch 2の本体です。これに加え、ダウンロード版のマリオカートワールドがセットになった本体も発売します。詳しくはダイレクト終了後に公開する公式ホームページをご覧ください。
駆け足になりましたが、今回お伝えする内容は以上になります。
Wow. No Prime 4 release date.
もうしばらくお待ちいただくことになりますが、Nintendo Switch 2を皆さんにご体験いただけることを今からとても楽しみにしています。
Indeed, a busy morning.
最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。
Wow. I'm surprised. I expected a 3D Mario. I expected a Prime 4 release date, which we still don't have. I was certain that Prime 4 would be a launch title. I thought Prime 4 and Mario Kart. I thought like maybe the Switch 1 was a tease. They did show a little bit of Prime 4, and obviously it'll have a Switch 2 enhanced version. But wow, maybe Prime 4 is like the Christmas game. I think it's good them launching with Mario Kart though. But I don't know. It was okay. Good third-party support. Yeah, Silk Song just casually being dropped like that. That's crazy. And the new From Soft game. Yeah. Man. Wow, I need time to process this. And it's like 3 a.m. in the morning. Oh. So yeah. Maybe there's still some stuff we don't know. Bit unfortunate about the stream crashing. Yeah, I'm shocked there's no Prime 4 release date. Maybe it's a Christmas game. I don't think I'll be upgrading to Switch 2 straight away. I don't really have much of an incentive to do it. Yeah, good call. Good call, Zoid. I'm probably going to do the same. That's, yeah, Q4 for Metroid Prime 4. I agree, Mike. It must be the big Christmas game, surely. Interesting times. Mario Kart looks awesome though. And the GameCube stuff, I'm guessing that's where you'll play Metroid Prime 2. Or maybe those ports of Prime 2 and Prime 3 are a thing. Yeah. So if he's working on that Kirby game, hang on. I gotta try and recollect my thoughts. What was announced? What was announced on Switch 2? Everything announced. Here we go. Okay, Mario Kart. Great. Looks good. Looks amazing. The tour showcase, that was weird. And you have to pay for it. You're paying for an interactive manual. Switch 2 has 4K support. HDR, 256 gigabytes of storage, red cartridges. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are getting Switch 2 versions with 60 frames per second, which is cool. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 edition version with mouse controls and quality and performance modes, which is sick. That is sick, I will say. Nintendo GameCube games. So, I don't know what they're going to do here. Are they going to release Prime 2 on the GameCube and then no Prime 3? Or are they going to do HD ports? Or are they just going to do nothing? I really don't understand what they're going to do there. Hyrule Warriors, that's right. The new software from software game, Dusk Bloods. Elden Ring, Hades 2, Street Fighter 6. Where we go? Street Fighter 6, Hogwarts, Madden, Hitman. I want to know what this James Bond game is. I used to love 007 Nightfire back in the day, the Kirby game. Either GC Prime 2 or nothing. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking, Mike? I'm thinking Prime 2 on GameCube, but it will have online multiplayer. That's what I'm thinking. And I guess they won't do Prime 3, so they'll just have Prime 1 and Prime 2 available. Unless they do a Wii online. Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting expanded version. Pokemon Legends. Oh, this is where the stream froze. Okay. Improved resolution and frame rate. That's not going to do much because unfortunately Pokemon just looks like a PS2 game with up-res. Yeah, I said this, Mike. There's no way they're going to do a remastered version of Prime 2 and Prime 3. I just don't see it happening. Considering there's 450 people that worked on Prime 1. And I imagine that took a crazy amount of time. I can't see them doing the same thing for Prime 2 and Prime 3. Yeah, Pokemon looks the same. But I just don't understand. I'm trying to understand what their position might be in terms of how they're going to do Prime 4. Do they just release it? Forget about Prime 2 and Prime 3? Do they release Prime 2 and Prime 3 as HD ports or remasters? I don't think the remasters is going to happen because it would be a huge endeavor. Or do they do Prime 2 on GameCube with online play and no Prime 3? Seems a bit odd. Yeah, well, it was all the external studios that worked on Prime Remastered. I've got to say, if it had 450 people plus working on it, the budget for Prime Remastered would have been massive. Yeah, maybe Prime 4 will be at Treehouse. Or they'll give a separate direct for Prime 4. Yeah, that is true. I don't think you need to play the other games in order to play Prime 4. I mean, Prime 4 seems pretty disconnected from Phazon and Dark Samus anyway. It should make attempt for Prime 2 and 3 remasters for the build-up for Prime 4. Well, if it took them 450 people just to do art on Prime 1, that means that you'd need close to, 1,000 people to work on Prime 2 Remastered and Prime 3 separately. And Prime 3 would be tough because they've got to adapt the motion controls as well. So I don't see how that's viable. Unless, I don't know, maybe Retro just helped and then they just get an external studio to handle it. But it doesn't seem viable to me. And Prime Remastered only sold like 1 million units. Yeah, well, Prime 1, it was largely handled by Retro, as well as Prime 4. And then there were some external studios that, I guess, assisted on art. Yeah, so it was okay. It was an okay direct. I suppose I had the wrong expectations. External contractors, which is very inefficient. Well, maybe they had to use external contractors because they ended up doing Prime 4. So maybe everything takes longer. Mike, I mean, would it be faster to just outsource an entire project to one studio? Honestly, Nintendo's marketing when it comes to Metroid is just mind-boggling to me. I can never wrap my head around it. And even the recent trailer. Oh, it's just... Interesting. It's going to take me a while to process all this. I will say Prime 4 is going to be good. It looks like it will be amazing. Nintendo just have to learn how to do marketing properly for Metroid. The fact that they shadow dropped Prime Remastered with no marketing at all. The two Metroid Prime 4 trailers are very disjointed. These weird fade-ins and fade-outs and cuts to black. And don't even get me started on the narrator guy. You can use mechanisms and open doors. If you want speed and quality, you keep it internal. If you want cheap, you use external contractors. Ah, I see. Okay. Right. Well, I suppose it depends on how cheap Nintendo is. I would love to see Prime 2 remastered because I actually think that is the one that needs it the most. Yeah, Prime 4 does look like it's good. And I'm saying, I've been saying this since the second trailer, that I still think Retro's keeping its cards close to its chest. They haven't revealed much. And I still think there's some mechanics that they haven't shown. I'm convinced the speed booster is in it. Yep. For sure. Yeah, I remember Kynan saying that Prime 2 would be a Herculean effort because you wouldn't be able to effectively use the same art assets. You'd have to create everything from scratch. So it would be very time consuming for both the light world and the dark world. And you'd probably want to enhance the dark world and not just make it purple world. Yeah, I think they could do Speed Booster if they do the third person thing where they pull out with the camera. I'll play this. Hold on. Just so people know what I'm talking about when I talk about Prime 2 Remastered. Hold on. I'll show you what I mean, Mike. There we go. Okay, so this is what Kynan said.
Planning an Easter project? Get a sweet deal from Mitre 10. Save 20% on Nuvo grab-and-go cabinetry and get 20% off Ferrino tapware. Plus, get 24 months interest-free when you spend $500 or more in-store. Conditions apply. Shop now at Mitre 10.
Yay!
Doing remaster projects. It's actually more expensive. It seems crazy to say this, but it's harder to fully
with an HD port, you just need to
that already exists than it is to create impressive art from scratch, because you can use techniques to repeat things and you can find things that you can like do in a unique game where you're making everything exactly as you want it, and you can kind of like find creative solutions. When you're just boosting the quality of the existing art and it has to match the original, then there's no shortcuts. So the shortcuts we took when developing Prime 2 was like unique layouts of texture UVs.
Yeah,
so that we could create patterns and configurations. If you tried to boost those, you literally just have to build them for real at a high quality bar, which means that the techniques that were the cost saving to do the original art don't apply. And so I don't know. I mean, it's like it's an expensive endeavor, I would think, to rebuild something that is absolutely unique, and then also have and not try to find ways of repeating from Dark World to Light World. So I hope we get it. It'd be thrilling to me to have it.
There you go. So that explains for people the endeavor that would be required for Prime 2. And then there's also the other fact that would they keep the multiplayer or would they just get rid of it? Sort of agree, but sort of don't. Well, I mean, Kynan worked at Bluepoint, so he did a lot of those remaster projects when he was there. So he's probably basing it on his experience there. Yeah. Agreed. I don't think you really need the multiplayer. If you're going to do multiplayer, then you'd probably want to build a game from scratch with multiplayer. Because the multiplayer for Prime 2 was tacked on. So if I was organizing it, I'd just use the existing assets and chunk it out as a Blue Room asset. Okay. If that means a better chance at Prime 2 Remaster, forget the multiplayer, less work. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what they're going to do. Regardless, Prime 4 will be amazing. It will be great. 90 plus on Metacritic. 10s everywhere. Game of the Year nominee, for sure. Yeah, well, I'm assuming that's what they did with Prime Remastered, because you'd still have all the collision and everything, and you're essentially just painting over it. But yeah, I wonder if Nintendo made a profit from Prime Remastered. Surely they did. Yep. Was there, Mike, was there any things you guys brainstormed from Prime 2 and Prime 3? Or maybe even Prime 1 that ended up you've noticed in terms of like maybe some of the puzzles in Prime 4 already? Stuff that was on the cutting room floor. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Magister Alex. I wish Metroid sold more. I really do. I think it's on the same level as Zelda and Mario. Unfortunately, the marketing for the most part, when it comes to Metroid, I just don't feel is the greatest. And sometimes I wonder if Nintendo knows who their target audience is with those games. What did you think about that new version of DK? Metroid marketing is never great. Yeah. Why is it bad? Why? If I ever get the chance to speak to Reggie, I'm going to ask him. I'm like, what are you doing with Metroid's marketing? Like, why is it always so bizarre? It's like, I don't know if Nintendo thinks that they can appeal to Japan. Metroid is always going to be a Western franchise. That's just how it is. Don't even bother with Japan. Just double down on the West. So if I go back, hang on. Hang on, I want to check this again.
There are legends of people with the gift of making
bloody ads
so true.
The Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Pizza delivery commercial.
In addition to standard controls, you can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2. Plus, you can explore the immersive world in 4K at 60 frames per second, or enjoy smoother action in Full HD at 120 frames per second. Choose from these two modes, both of which support HDR.
Look at that. Look at that. That is smooth, man. Look at the transition.
120 frames per second. Choose from these two modes, both of which support HDR, based on your preference.
That transition into Morph Ball and out of Morph Ball. Primo. It looks like they're taking a lot of what was built with the original trilogy and fine-tuning it. Yep. The live commercial. Yeah, the live commercial for Prime 1. That was actually kind of sick back in the day. I am so happy that Yamamoto-san is doing the music, though. I love Dread, but I think its weakest aspects were the soundtrack and its environmental art, personally. Yeah, it looks that way. Prime 4 will feel a lot like Prime 1 with some Prime 2-ish to it. Yep. It's looking that way. Man. I want to see that animation again. That's so good.
At 120 frames per second. Choose from these two modes, both.
See, if you keep the camera like this when Samus does Speed Booster, I think you can make it work. There will obviously, the runes will be bigger, so therefore you could possibly do Speed Booster. That's what I'm thinking. It'll start out like Prime 3, have some Prime 2 related things with the new alien race, but the whole feel is definitely Prime 1. Yep. It'll probably, you know what I think they'll do? I think they're taking all the best aspects. I'm hoping they take all the best aspects from all 3 games. That's what I'm thinking. They're like, okay, what's the best stuff about Prime 1? What's the best stuff about Prime 2? What's the best stuff about Prime 3? Speed Booster would be a real nightmare to test, debug. I'm sure it would be. Yeah, Prime 4 is going to be good, man. More lore from Prime Hunters makes it in. Like referencing the Olympics. There'll probably be some reference to Prime Hunters. Environmental collision, yeah. Maybe that's why it's taking so long, Mike. Maybe they've had to test the speed booster thoroughly. I remember Zoid saying that the screw attack was a nightmare to test. Nope. No Prime 2 and 3 remaster. Banana bandana. All the Prime testing was a monster. Yeah, I bet. But hey, the screw attack's solid. It's awesome. So Retro Wizards. I'm sure they can make it work. It's buzzy they're doing 120 frames per second mode, performance mode. Day 1, we started each one with thousands of bugs and spent 3 to 4 months debugging each game. Holy hell. You know what the Prime games are really, really good at? They're really, really, really good at world building. And they're very, very good at environmental art and the actual different biomes. When I think of Metroid Dread, to me, everything just kind of fuses together, meshes together. Like there's no area in Dread that stands out. There's nothing distinct. But the environmental art in the Prime games has always been immaculate. In every game, Sanctuary Fortress, Skytown, Vendrana. You know what I'll say about that? Was it Vuros? Interesting name. It looks like Pandora from Avatar. Yep. Interesting. I'll have to go online and check all the different responses, but I think I'm going to head off because it's like 3:30 a.m. here. And yeah, I'm tired and I still got to get up for work. Yeah, so I'm looking to do a reaction video. I'm just trying to suss out a time with Eric Kozlowski, who was an environmental artist on Tropical Freeze. So we're going to do a breakdown of the React give our thoughts on it. Might be in the next few days. Okay, see ya, Mike. Have a good one. So I'll be doing a reaction or a review, I suppose, of the Nintendo 2 Direct with Eric once we suss out a time. Cool. All right. Thanks, man. Yeah, the work situation. Unfortunately, I can't really talk much about it yet. And there's not much to report yet. It's just one of those things I have to deal with. I'll just cross that path when I come to it, if I come to it. But yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go back to sleep. Love you guys. Stay safe, and see you later.